Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new here. So for today's video, I'm pretty much doing what everybody else did because I'm kind of late to the game, but I'm going to be comparing the new E.L.F. Halo Glow Contour Blush and Highlighter Wands to the Charlotte Tilbury, and I'm going to let you guys know which one I think is personally better for you. So you guys want to see what my thoughts are on the new E.L.F. Halo Glow collection and how does it compare to Charlotte Tilbury? Well, then definitely keep watching. Alrighty, so my E.L.F. order came in late. It came in late. So unfortunately, I'm pretty sure you guys have probably seen like 500 videos by now of everybody comparing the E.L.F. Halo Glow Wands to the Charlotte Tilbury or Tarte. But you know what? I'm gonna do it too. I'm gonna do it too because, well, why not? Why not? I want to compare it. I bought these the second that they launched and I paid for express shipping, but for some reason it was just taking a tour in Groveland, Ohio. I was like, what are we doing? What's in Ohio that you don't want to come down here for? So I am a little bit late on this, but we're still gonna do a video because I really want to try these out. I want to see, are these better than the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Blush Wand and Highlighter? So I'm gonna zoom you guys in and we're gonna go ahead and get started. So I want to start by saying that it's Friday. So typically I would film a new makeup release video, but since these came in last night, I'm not gonna be able to film that today. And there's also really not that many new makeup releases that I want to talk about anyway. So I will have that series posted next week. And I'm going to have a special get ready with me because if you guys are not following me on Instagram, well, first off, I don't know what you're doing. You should be. But secondly, I went to see Miss Taylor Swift last night in concert. It was the most incredible experience of my life. And I'm going to do like a get ready with me where I talk to you guys about the entire experience from getting the tickets to the show, to getting merch, to just every single thing. I'll have a get ready with me with all the details. I took tons and tons and tons of videos and I'm gonna post that next week. I just wanted to get the E.L.F. out first and I'm still like, I'm on such a freaking high. I'm on such a freaking high right now. It is just, Okay, anyway. So E.L.F. just recently launched their new contour, highlight, and blush wands. And I'm gonna be real with you guys. I typically am not the biggest fan of these type of makeup applications because I suck at them. I don't know, maybe it's just because I have really oily skin or I'm just an amateur. I don't know, but I've never really been the biggest fan of this type of makeup application until I tried out the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand and Blush Wand. The highlighter one, I'm still not a fan of. I'm not a fan of liquid highlighter, and I think the biggest reason why is because I am so oily, so it tends to never look good on me whatsoever. It just doesn't mix well with my oil. But the blush and the contour one, I've actually really fallen in love with. I actually recommended to pick these two up during the Sephora VIP sale, which by the way starts today. It starts today. I did a whole Sephora VIP recommendation video. I don't know if I'll do one again. It's like kind of like my least viewed video on my channel, but I did it because I have been doing it for years and I just felt like I should, but I don't know if I'll continue it. Let me know if I should. But I really did fall in love with these two. So I really kind of want to compare these to the Charlotte Tilbury because that's what everybody's comparing them to. These are like $42. These are $9. So definitely a huge difference in price point. 3 new E.L.F. products. We have the contour, we have the blush, and we have the highlighter. I'm not going to lie, these do look a little bit similar to the Charlotte Tilbury, but if I actually open like the contour one, this one, it twists open and it has like a little pushy, like a little sponge right here. I am actually not a fan of this particular application, and the reason being, this is my Milani. Do you guys see that right there? So Milani is a twist off as well. Look at how disgusting that is. Like, no matter what I do, no matter how tight I make this right here, this product will not stop seeping out. So it's like getting all in my cap. It's just, I don't say it's gross because like it's just makeup, it's mine, it's not gross, but like it's gross because it literally just leaks everywhere. I don't know what to do about that. So that's what this really does remind me of. E.L.F. is really reminding me a lot of the Milani contour one. I mean, like they're literally identical. I mean, absolutely identical. Like there's no denying that. And then if you compare it to the Charlotte Tilbury, you pull off the cap. I like this one more because it does twist, so it kind of locks better than the Milani one does. So here are the 3 to compare. We have the E.L.F., we have the Milani, and we have the Charlotte Tilbury. I'm going to swatch all 3 in my hand so you guys can see. So first, I will swatch the E.L.F. I got the shade Fair Light, because that's the lightest shade, because I was a little unsure. And that looks like doo-doo. That looks like doo-doo. Okay, so now we're going to swatch the Milani. So here is the Milani shade right here. Wow, you guys can truly see the difference. And then we're going to have the Charlotte Tilbury. So that's the difference between the 3 shades. So we have the E.L.F, we have the Milani, and we have the Charlotte Tilbury. Now the Charlotte Tilbury definitely more, it's like a bronzing stick than a contour. This looks like this is a true contour wand. So on this side of the face, I am going to go in with E.L.F products. On this side of the face, I am going to go with Charlotte Tilbury. I would do Milani, but I'm not the biggest fan of it right now. So it just keeps leaking everywhere. So we're just going to kind of compare those two together. So I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to apply the contour. We're going to see how this compares. So I'm just going to take this. I'm going to dot. This is so gray. I don't know if I picked the right shades. Oh, shoot. You can definitely see like a huge difference between the 2 shades. Like this is the lightest shade that they have for the Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the shade Fair Medium. And for the contour, this is in the shade Fair Light. I thought it was going to be more like Charlotte Tilbury. This is not, it seems. And this is literally, guys, this is getting everywhere. Oh my gosh. Okay, I wonder if it dries down quickly. So I'm going to do what I do normally, and I take a beauty brush. This is my F55 from Bling Brushes, which you guys can use code Allie to pick this up if you want to. And I'm just going to kind of push this into the skin. This is how I start off, and then I actually go over with a damp sponge right afterwards. So let's see. This makes me look like I'm bruised. Like, I don't know how well you guys can tell on camera. Wow, look at that eye. That's how, y'all. I got home late last night. But it looks like I'm bruised. Do you guys see that? And I'm pretty glowy. All right, let's blend out the Charlotte Tilbury. Just going over this with a sponge. Okay, so like looking at it up close, I feel like the Charlotte Tilbury personally blends out better than the E.L.F does. I just feel like this will look so seamless. It just blended out really, really effortlessly. It didn't really take much. I love using this particular brush for blending that out. And then I like to take a sponge and I just kind of go over any harsh edges that it might have. But it just melts into the skin so beautifully. Now, I'm not saying that this doesn't melt into the skin because it absolutely does. But I don't know. I feel like I looked bruised on this side. This gives me like nice warmth. This gives me nice warmth and nice glow to the skin. This just makes me look... I don't know how to describe it other than bruised. Like, I don't know. And you know what? It has nothing necessarily to do with the product. I think it has to do with the color. Like, to me, this is a true gray undertone. So this is definitely a true contour wand versus the Charlotte Tilbury, which is definitely more like a bronzing wand. It doesn't really have... That's too warm. This is too cool. Do you know what I mean? So that's kind of more of my fault. I definitely would have to check out their other colors. But I will say it does blend beautifully into the skin. It really does. It gives you a soft glow. So I probably am not the biggest fan of it, particularly because of the fact that I just don't like the color. Like, I just generally don't like the color. So that's more of my fault than it is the particular component itself. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm probably not going to like this as much too, because I don't like how the product is. It's just going to be one of those products that's just going to keep seeping out. Like, it's getting, look at that. It's getting all over this. That's the Milani. So then for blush, I did pick up the shade called Candlelit, because the other shade, like the second tier shade, that was actually sold out. So I was able to get just the lighter blush. I have it to compare to the Charlotte Tilbury. Now this is the matte beauty blush right here in the shade Pink Pop. I freaking love this one so much. I'm going to swatch the two in my hand so you can kind of see the difference between the two. Now I'm not going to lie, this blush has shimmer in it, so it looks a lot like a highlighter than a blush. So here is the E.L.F version. And then let me swatch on the Charlotte Tilbury. Here we have the E.L.F. and here we have the Charlotte Tilbury. You guys can definitely see the difference between the two. This is going to dry down as a matte. This has like a beautiful glow to it, but it looks like a freaking highlighter. And I don't know how much I'm going to like that because I don't like to have a shimmery blush. All right, so let's go on this side with the E.L.F. Ooh, that is shiny. I'm going to take my sponge. I'm going to blend it straight out. I don't see it. I don't see it. Let's try to add, like, so we can add more pigment. Obviously it's there, but I just feel like it's super light, right? Like it's like super light in color, and that's gonna be more my fault. I'm gonna try one more time. See if I can just like blend it out with my fingers. Maybe that might help. Oh, there we go. Warm it up just a bit. There we go. That has a really beautiful peachy tone to that. Super, super glowy though. That is really, that's like a highlighter. Like I wouldn't even need to have like a highlighter because of that. That is so freaking pigmented. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to blend it out just a little bit with the sponge just because it's so, wow. Okay. Well, the sponge just kind of dims that out now, doesn't it? Look at that. That's really pretty though. I'm not going to lie. That's actually really beautiful. Look at that. Look at that.
I put that
just
on.
look at that.
I can't pull it out either. I'd have to drill it.
Would you just look at it?
Yeah, it's sad. It's the only mark.
I mean, just look at it.
Yeah.
I mean, just get a look at that.
Okay, now I'm gonna go in with this side with the Charlotte Tilbury. Now this one dries down so quickly, so you kind of have to like blend it out pretty fast because it dries down so. Oh, that's too much. No, no. Oh, but the color though. Okay, so here's the difference between the two. So on this side, we do have the E.L.F. Halo Glow in the shade called Candlelight right here. I will say it's a really pretty color. It definitely has such a radiance to it. It's very luminizing. It's just very, very glowy. And someone like me who gets really oily, who doesn't like to have a really glowy blush, especially because I get so oily and I know I have to go over it with setting powder and then a highlighter, I feel like it could be a little bit too much and it can make my oil even more oilier throughout the day. I'm not the biggest fan of the glow component, but I will say the color is really pretty and I love the way it looks right now. Like this is something that like if I were to wear this, I would not wear a highlighter with it. I would wear it strictly by itself so that I don't need to have an extra glow. But then you look at the Charlotte Tilbury side, and there's just something about the Charlotte Tilbury side. I feel like this pink pop is just such a gorgeous color. It truly is such a gorgeous color. It just melts into the skin. But you do have to, this one I feel like you can let sit there for a while before you blend out. The Charlotte Tilbury, you kind of have to blend out right away because it is a matte and it does dry down rather quickly. But it's still really beautiful. Like honestly, between the two blushes, I really do love them both. I really couldn't tell you. Oh, I guess I could. I prefer the Charlotte Tilbury one just because of the color, but I really do like the color on this too. I think it's really beautiful. It's very, very light, and if you want to have one of those days where you just want to have like a makeup, no makeup look, I feel like this is going to be the blush for you because it is just so light. And for someone like me who doesn't like to have a huge amount of blush on the face or have it too present, I feel like this is something that I would definitely go for. Very, very beautiful. Last but not least, we do have the two wands to compare. So we have the Halo Glow. This is going to be the shade called Champagne Campaign. And then I have Spotlight right here. Now, I am not a fan of the Charlotte Tilbury Halo Beauty Wands. I've never been a fan of them just because I just don't like liquid highlighter. So this is how the E.L.F. one looks like. All right. And then we're going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury. So we have the E.L.F. and the Charlotte Tilbury. Both are very similar in color. Not gonna lie, both are very, very similar in color. So what I'm going to do, because this is actually what I would do, I'm going to set my face with setting powder really fast. And then we're going to go in with the highlighter because, well, I need to set this face because I don't like my face. It's like sticky. And I'm not the biggest fan of it being sticky because I need to set it. Okay guys, so now that the face is set, you guys can see that the E.L.F. side definitely still has some blush showing through, but it's not as glowy as it once was. The pigment's still there, just a very little bit. But on the Charlotte Tilbury side, you guys can definitely see that pigment is there full force. I absolutely love it. So now we're gonna go on to the highlighter. So we're gonna use the Halo Glow on this side, and I'm just gonna tap in 2 little spots. And I'm going to go very lightly. And I'm going to blend it out with my finger because that's what I do with liquid on top of setting powder because it doesn't always work out the best in my favor. But I'm going to blend that out. You know, that is actually melting into the skin pretty nicely. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit more. And then see if I tap it in with my sponge. Oh, wow. That is so pretty. That is very, very pretty. It really just kind of gives you a glow from within. So it's not too in your face, like highlighter wise, but it just makes you look really glowy. Like you're just glowing from within. That is really gorgeous. I really like that. And I did not think I was going to like that at all. Like you guys heard me saying, I don't know, like, cause I don't like liquid highlighters, but holy shit. That actually looks really freaking good. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now we're going to move on to the Charlotte Tilbury side. All right. This is why I don't like it. You see what it's doing right there? I don't like that. I'm gonna go back over it one more time. Oh, that's a lot. Tap it out with the sponge. Okay, so there we have it. So here is the e.l.f. side, here is the Charlotte Tilbury side, and if I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I think the e.l.f. side looks so much better, and with like the highlighter. The highlighter is really beautiful. It melted really nicely on top of that setting powder, blended very nicely with a finger, and a sponge. Then we have the Charlotte Tilbury. It's there. It definitely has the glow. Like, it doesn't look bad, but I don't know. I definitely won't be reaching for this one like I would the e.l.f. Like, I typically, like I said, don't like liquid highlighters. And I would definitely keep reaching for this one. Like, the glow that this just gives, it's just beautiful. It really does look like a glow within. It just looks very gleamy, moist. I freaking love it. And this just, it's not bad, but definitely not my favorite. So let me go ahead and zoom you guys out and I'll give you guys my first impression thoughts on these, because at the end of the month, I will be doing my repurchase or trash series where I'll be going over everything that I tried in the month of April and letting you guys know my final thoughts on those products. So let me zoom you guys out. All right, guys. So the e.l.f. Contour Wands retail for $9 a piece, and the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wands Blush Highlighters retail for $42 a piece. Honestly, you really cannot tell the difference between the two. When looking at my skin up close, I really can't tell the difference between either product. I think both brands are amazing when it comes to their contour stuff. I really do love them. I think they're incredible. But I think that if you wanted to try out the Charlotte Tilbury ones, you guys should definitely get the e.l.f. first, because these do retail for $9 a piece. So they're definitely a third of the cost, and they're not going to break the bank to get these versus the Charlotte Tilbury, because you might not like these just depending on your preference. So I would definitely say I think e.l.f. did a fantastic job with this collection. And I'm not surprised, because I really do love a lot of e.l.f. products. I'm not surprised they did such a phenomenal job. And while I'm going to keep using these because I still love them and I spend a lot of money on them, I'm definitely going to be reaching for these probably a lot more and probably restocking more in these than I would the Charlotte Tilbury. Now, the only one I probably won't restock on the most would probably be the contour wand. And the reason being is that I just like the Charlotte Tilbury one more. And I think it just has to do with the color. I love the warmth that this gives. This is very, very, very cool tone. This is a perfect contour wand. This is perfect like underpaint for me. So if I wanted to like underpaint my makeup, put this on first before foundation, this would be a product that I definitely go for. But the color, it's just too gray. It just doesn't look bronzy for me. I'm not the biggest fan of it. It's not bad, like it doesn't look bad, but I would definitely have to use a bronzer with this to really warm back up the face, because this is too cool tone, whereas Charlotte Tilbury gives me that warmth I'm looking for, so I don't even need to use a bronzer if I don't want to. This works perfectly. Other than that, I have nothing bad to say about this at all. When it comes to blushes, I think I still prefer the Charlotte Tilbury blush just because I love the color of it. But this blush wand is beautiful. You really have to build this one up because I got the shade Candlelight, so I got the lightest blush. But if you're someone like me who doesn't like a lot of like heavy blush on the face, this is definitely gonna be the product for you. The only negative side I have to say about that is that it's really, really glowy, so that if you don't want to have like a glowy blush, this might not be for you. But I will say you can definitely see a little bit of the color. I would definitely have to put blush on top of this to get blushed color to come back in once I set it. But if I don't set my face, this is really beautiful. I love the coverage of this. It's really easy to build up. It's not messy. It didn't dry down quickly. I didn't have any issues with this one. So I really do enjoy this. But I think prefer the Charlotte Tilbury like color of it. Then we have the highlighters. I don't like the Charlotte Tilbury one. I never have. Like, it's pretty, but I don't know. There's something about this e.l.f. one that I just think just stands out. This is beautiful. And I don't like a lot of liquid blushes. And I don't like a lot of liquid highlighters. I said that so much in this video. You guys were like, I get it. But I really don't. And I was really impressed by this. I think e.l.f. did such a phenomenal job with this. So overall, I'm extremely happy with my purchase. They're $9 a piece. I think they're definitely worth it. If you really do love the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand products, and you are absolutely going to love the e.l.f. products. They're phenomenal. It's really hard to compare the both, but I feel like you can't go wrong with either one. I really do feel like you can't go wrong with either one. So, I said earlier, this is a first impressions. Based on first impressions, I think e.l.f. did a phenomenal job. I'm probably gonna go pick up the right color in this one, so we can definitely try this again and the right color, see how I feel about it. But yeah, I think e.l.f. did a phenomenal job. But stay tuned to the end of the month where I'm gonna be doing my repurchase or trash series, going over all the makeup and letting you guys know what I really think of these products at the end of the day. So yeah, guys, that is it for today's video, guys. If you guys enjoyed it, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, because I do post 4 to 5 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channels, R for the Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful Patreon members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribe, subscribed, you guys did not subscribe. Either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in the very next video. Oh, also, by the way, tomorrow is my mother's birthday. So if you guys want to say happy birthday, Allie's mom, I know she reads all the comments and she'd really appreciate it. So happy birthday, Mom. I love you. Bye. The new E.L.F. Halo Glow The new E.L.F. Halo Glow. Okay, so I want to start off by saying that typically so I want to start by saying, so I will have a get ready with me with you guys. So, okay, guys. So, all right, guys. So, fuck. Okay, guys. So, okay, so.